Microsoft is launching Netflix for gaming. It's Netflix for gaming service. Everyone loves that terminology. I've used it in the past. It's a simplified way of describing what they're doing. They've been doing what they're doing for a while with the cloud gaming service. Honestly, it would probably be doing better if it was just called Netflix for gaming. I don't think legally they can call it that because instead it's had a bunch of different names. Even you, Willie, I remember you showing me these things. You're like, hey, try this out. I'm like, what is it? You're like, it's xCloud beta. I'm like, what? And then you're like, no, it's cloud. It's streaming. No, it's Xbox. Whatever.
Yeah, it was a lot of naming conventions, but seems like they figured it out.
Xbox Cloud Gaming?
Yeah,
What are they going to call it? What are they
that's
actually going to call it? Or is it still going to be xCloud?
Oh, it's beta.
It's still, Cloud Gaming Beta with Xbox Game Pass, otherwise known as xCloud previously.
Good.
It's a lot of different. It would be nice if it had some name other than those names. But anyway, I know it's complicated because it comes with Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. You can play over 100 games on Android. But actually, it's coming. That's the key with this story. It's coming to iPhone and PC this week. And that was a big issue, was getting other game services onto iPhone was a problem because the App Store didn't want to let it happen. And then there was workarounds like launching a browser window to stream the variety of games on other game services. Now, I don't know if they're going to get it on there natively. The service will be invite only to start. And will you be able to download an app natively, or will you need to use a browser? Xbox Cloud Gaming was on track to launch on iPhones way earlier, but then it ran into issues forcing companies to use web browsers to redesign their services to circumvent the App Store rules. So you couldn't have an app launching what the App Store would consider to be other apps in the form of each game streaming. Now, some people argued, well, then how do you allow Netflix? Because that's launching different movies and there's all kinds of special deals Amazon has with the App Store when the big players are involved. Mm-hmm. They were saying it should have been similar with the game services, but we don't have to go down the whole Epic Games. There's a lot going on with that. So it sounds under the rules, Microsoft, Google, and other companies with similar services would have to offer each game as an individual download instead of offering a complete library. So are they doing it in the browser, or what are they doing on iOS? Were you able to find that? Microsoft said it would begin to roll out the service in 22 countries and will continue to invite new users. So it's invite only for the time being.
Yeah, I don't say anything about iOS, at least in their FAQ.
I'm guessing it's going to be browser-based. I'm guessing that they were just spending time getting it to work properly on an iPhone in the browser. That's my guess. Because obviously that's what Stadia had to do. But somebody's already screaming and yelling and commenting what's going to be necessary. But either way, who cares if it works? Obviously, a separate app would be ideal if they can figure it out. Oh, yeah, there you go. Through Xbox Cloud Gaming will operate entirely through the web on the iOS mobile Safari browser. Okay, cool. That's what I figured. Okay, so I've said for a while that I think game streaming services have tremendous potential. If somebody can really deliver the experience of Netflix for gaming, as it's stated here in the title, I feel I would try and play more games if I could just click and play and just have it as a monthly thing and not even think about the payment and everything else. You got to have the bandwidth in order to do it, obviously. But having it across devices seems like a very convenient thing. Question for you. Is this going to be for you? Are you going to try out this service right here? Yeah, all of this. Did this tickle you the right way?
Well, this is like the future of gaming, right?
Okay.
Just no installation, no buying things.
Right.
It's just, you just pick up your phone and you just play.
You just play.
They have to have a good lineup, which I feel like it's Microsoft. They do. They
have over 100 games right now on Game Pass Ultimate.
Yeah.
And now keep in mind, it's not just pick up your phone and play. It's going to work on your tablet, your PC, or your Xbox as well.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
All right, Vin. Given the pit, hey, man. Given the pitch, you don't have to bite your own lip there. Given the pitch here, what would you be willing to pay for something like this? On demand, streaming a game. Oh, it's painful. He can't pay any more services. He has too many services. It's costing too much every month. He can't subscribe to another thing. You buy games.
It's time commitment. It's time commitment. It's not that difficult. You sit down and you go, how many hours do I have in the day? And I'm fulfilled with one game every once in a while. So I mean, to me, but I mean, yeah, to have a similar experience to Netflix where you're going through titles and they'll have featured products and previews and it'll all look
And you just
great
click
and,
play.
yeah. But I mean, they can't. I think there's got to be like you can't be hopping into a 14-hour experience or something. Maybe if there's like short experiences, like
it could completely overhaul the game industry. Let's say it is widely adopted. You could have a scenario in which game developers actually put together shorter experiences because there's an outlet for it. Because in the past, like you think about like in a Netflix original series, it's from the ground up for that platform. So if all of a sudden game streaming is the way that people are doing it, you could have smaller, more indie style projects approaching different things that could lend. I'm not saying they're doing that. I don't know what the plans are. They did go out and buy Bethesda or whatever the parent ZeniMax, the developer. They could be looking at exclusive things to launch on a streaming service that could be built from the ground up for it. It is a thought. Anyway, before we move on to the next subject, you said you're playing a game every so often. What are those titles that people obviously want to know? You can't just leave them like that. What games are you playing?
The new Golf. I haven't got it yet though, but I'm going to be pressured into getting it.
Nice.
The title is The New Golf.
2K, the 2K21. Whichever, PJ 2K21.
I see. Okay.
PGA
9
Tour.
out of 10 on Steam. All right. Who's that on the cover? Do you know who that is?
I can't see.
He's got some flashy pants. Justin Thomas.
Yeah.
You a big golf guy, Vin?
No, go online, play with friends.
Okay. You got friends, Vin? Good for you.